So here it is. It's the big one. It's the one you've all been waiting for. It's the Senior Rotax Top 36 final. A capacity grid finally fully envisioned after our top 6 from the second chance heat earlier on this afternoon were confirmed. Vic Stevens starts from pole position. Alongside will be Jaden Teen on the front row. Ralph van der Pavet looking for another successive podium in a row after De Lansard starts from the inside of row 2. Jori Schoens alongside for close company. Tommy van der Struijs and Krik Knorren round out row 3 ahead of Kaz Boshuis, Mieke van der Pavert, Devian Rost and Jot van Wijk who complete the top 10. Bram Plomp, Mitch Heinert, Matera Denkovic, Benjamin Van Hees, Eva Dorrestein, Julian Klosman, Flynn Fitters, Wood Kirstens, Enes Demarkaya and Sim van Vliet round out the top 20. Completing the 36-strong grid, Luca Brima, Stain Peters, Max Costa, Felipe Falk, Martin Herrera, Ben Kaminski, Kevin Navis, Enzo van den Dickenberg. Then we got Ruben Verheyen, Mike Maastricht, and the 6 from the second chance heat, Dante Sima, Dean Winters, Wesley Eckhart, Rein van der Meer, Jay Zurveld, and bringing up the rear of the field, the 313 of the Netherlands, Gwen Bloxil. So, another slight blip in the 100% points haul for Jaden Teen, but I'm sure he won't be too concerned about that, considering the fact that Vic Stevens took 2 victories in his heats. And then also, along with that, Jaden Teen came out second best in the heat where they were competing against each other. So this is where we really get to see something magical. So, revs rise, lights don't go out. Oh, I can feel the tension in the air. It's palpable. Heart rates are racing upwards, and so are blood pressures, particularly for the 36 drivers, most notably for the front row. So, things coming in saying, Ivan Clever saying, hi Alex, great day at Kerpen. Go TB Kart, waiting for Mitch and Felipe. Ivan Clever saying, go Mitch the Beast and fantastic Falk. Miriam Fitters wishing Finn all the best. Johnny Schoenmaker saying, let's go Juri Schoens. So let's see what happens over our final race this weekend here at Kartbaan Kerpen. A big thank you to the circuit for enabling us to host another trip outside of the Netherlands. We'll be returning back to home soil to Circuit de Lansard. And there's going to be a little bit of a break between now and then because we'll be returning to action in September. Revs rise, lights are on, lights are out, and here we go. Vic Stevens leads the field as Ralph van der Pavet managed to get through on Jaden Teen on the start today. He will try at turn number 2. And, well, Ralph van der Pavet still trying, but we've got carts off, and we've got one in the barriers. Oh, dear. We've had a big, big cloud of dust coming out of turn number 4, but there is a hefty incident at turn 2 again. Oh dear. One kart spinning around after collecting the barrier. And that just goes to show how quickly a race can turn on its head. So Vic Stevens leading at the moment. Jaden Teen in 3rd. The 2nd. 3rd, it's Ralph van der Pavet. Jori Schoens rounds out the top 4. Yellow flags at turn 2. No overtaking permitted. Oh, and right, okay, let's dissect this a little bit. Ruben Verheyen, Max Costa, and Dante Sima might be the karts involved at that point. However, at the front end, oh, it's business resumed as normal. Jaden Teen gets through on Vic Stevens. However, has someone just gone off? Yes, they have. And that's coming up the hill into the left-hander. The fast left-hander heading to the Schumacher chicane. And now there's a four-way scrap behind Ralph van der Pavet. Jordi Schoens has been passed by Tommy van der Stroys. The 354 from The Hague in the Netherlands. He gets through on Jordi Schoens, Krik Knoren and Kaz Boshouse round out the top 7. Mika van der Pavet, the younger brother of Ralph, in 8th, ahead of Mateo Radenkovic and Benjamin Van Hees. Ruben Verheyen is out. Devian Rust. So Devian Rust was all the way up in 9th place. So may have been one of the people that ended up being caught out. Now, this is the pace I've been waiting to see again from Ralph van der Pavet. He's running P3, and he's running strongly. Last time around, he set the fastest lap of the race. And now, lap 3 in the books. Jort van Wijk, new fastest lap. 45.124. Enzo van den Dickenberg has now dropped down to 34th. So Devian Ross out, Ruben Verheyen out. That was a real shame for Devian Ross because last time, I think if I remember correctly, he actually ended up taking Devian Rust 47 points. So he did take at Circuit Park Berchem, I believe, which would have been round 3. Took 2 third-place finishes and ended up taking Kartstall Benelux Racing Team's first ever actual podium in this championship. Now Jaden Teen has got Vic Stevens towards the outside, who's going for the under-over. And at this point, not quite happening yet. Van der Stroys has now caught up with Ralph van der Pavet. Now this is where it gets a bit dangerous. You've got the top 9 rounded out by Mateo Radenkovic, covered by 1.7 seconds after the opening 4 laps. We've still got 9.5 minutes plus 2 additional laps. So the strategy has to be this. Push, but don't push too hard. If you take the life out of the Mojo D5s, you could be at the behest of those behind you. And Van der Pavet, Vic Stevens trying to go again round the outside. That is getting very, very dangerous for Vic Stevens. There is an opportunity there for Ralph van der Pavet if he was a little bit closer towards the back of the 327, as Stevens did look up the inside of turn number 5. But Jaden Teen was wise to it. Closed the door off straight away. Well, that was all the way down to Mitch Haynert, I just saw. 12 carts. And there's one of the there's someone in front of the one of our cameras going, come on, move. Well, we have another retirement. Jay Zurveld out of the race, I'm afraid. So is Enzo van den Dickenberg as, Ralph van der Pavet still defending, and he's defending sternly. Oh, dear! Contact between Vic Stevens and Jaden Teen, and Jaden Teen goes rally crossing. I think that was a bit of a hard hit into the left-hand side of Jaden Teen. Now that brings up the question, how will race control look at that one? It's down to them, and if they put a penalty on Vic Stevens, if they feel it's warranted, that makes the de facto race leader, Ralph van der Pavet, who's coming under big pressure from Tommy van der Stroys. So at the moment, it's Vic Stevens. Jaden Teen now finds himself down in 8th place. But from this position here, Jaden Teen has less pressure on his shoulders. Dives up the inside. Neat move through turn 3 on Mika van der Pavet to take 7th place. There's still so much in this race to go. You do not want to miss a single second of it. I just spotted there Enzo van den Dickenberg's Tony Kart chassis, unfortunately to the side, and the driver with helmet off watching from the sidelines. Now there is a little bit of a gap starting to expand between Vic Stevens and Ralph van der Pavet. Tommy van der Stroys continues to round out the top 3. Jaden Teen now trying to close in on those in front. And he's, Jaden Teen trying to go around the outside of Casbo's house, and he got it just, how many drivers have had the stones to do that? Renzo Alibax in KZ2, Thierry Del Rey, KZ2 Masters, now add Senior Rotax and Jaden Teen to that list. That was brilliant, that was beautiful, that was, I don't know what other superlative I can put with that one, it was superb. Someone's had a big offer on the run up the hill coming into the left-hander towards the Schumacher chicane, but at the moment, well, the gap was just over the 10th and a half last time between Vic Stevens and Ralph van der Pavert. Now, Tommy van der Stroy's biding his time and threw up the inside of Crick Noren. Jaden Teen, watch out. Now he's got clean air. And there, hang on a second. Did I just notice Crick Noren's bumper going in on itself a little bit there? That is very, very odd. I haven't seen that for a while. Oh, Tommy van der Stroy's neat move up the inside. That was on Ralph van der Pavert. And now Jori Schoens gets through. So now there's an opportunity here for Ralph van der Pavert to try and get the opportunity to fire back past the number 365 and hopefully retake what would be a second podium in a row. But look who's behind. Crick Noren with the elbows clearly out, got through on Casbar's house. And I think also Benjamin Van Hees is in the mix there as well. Mitch Haynett gets through and I think just went up to 9th. And look at the momentum they're carrying through these corners. I have to say, I have all the admiration, respect for these drivers. I mean, if you put me in a kart, I think I'd probably want to call my mother and ask for my dummy. No, I'm only kidding. I probably like thinking, why have I put myself in this situation? Is the adult thinking. Clinker's going, come on, Jaden Teen. And then Carlton going, come on, Jaden. So cheers for Jaden Teen. That is a move on Julian Klausmann. That was Mika van der Pavert. I have to say, Evan Dotterstein doing a stellar job. Oh, who's just got... Oh, someone has just had a big old Code Brown moment coming through on the grass, kicking up the dust through turn 4 just a second ago. And before I got really interrupted by seeing that, Ava Dotterstein, credit where credit is due. The young lady in the 361 for the Kartstall Benelux team moved up to seniors for this weekend and beyond. Right, penalty coming in. Oh, first 3 second unsportsmanlike driving penalty goes to Mateo Radenkovic as Jaden Teen makes the move on Ralph van der Pavert. And that is for 4th place. So Radenkovic currently P6. And at the moment, if that finished as it did now, that would put him 12th ahead of Mika van der Pavert. Jaden Teen is bringing along. Oh, right. Looks like Ralph van der Pavert has got someone he wants to chase along with, and that's going to be Jaden Teen. All of these drivers are good friends in the paddock when the racing helmets and the race suits come off. But Vic Stevens still leading the way. Vic Stevens, well, has only made 2 appearances. Round 1 at Genk, and then round 3 at Marienborg. So this is his 3rd appearance this season. Wasn't with us at Berchem or at De Lansard. I definitely know that someone's playing some music in the background, so someone thinks the paddock is a local nightclub in a minute. But it's now about how these 3 drivers, Teen, Van der Pavert and Radenkovic, start chasing down, and they are catching. They are catching the 2 in front. So, Vic Stevens, 44.851. Van der Stroy's 44.820. Jori Schoens, 44.890. Then, Jaden Teen, Ralph van der Pavert and Mateo Radenkovic, 44.82, 44.81, 44.66. New fastest lap now set by the driver in 12th position. Bram Plomp. And I knew it was going to happen. Vic Stevens is no longer going to be leading this race If it stays as it is, with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, Vic Stevens gets a 3-second penalty for the advantage by contact. Move on, Jaden Teen a few laps ago. Another penalty coming in, and this time it's for the 3-7-0. Dante Sima also getting a 3-second penalty for advantage by conduct. On the live timing it's saying unsportsmanlike driving, which means basically push to pass, as in bump and big time bump and run. So at the moment, well, what this will do is Vic Stevens, at the minute, would be 6th on the road, which means Tommy van der Stroys is the de facto leader right now. 50 seconds to go. Van der Pavik goes defensive on Radenkovic, who has got a 3-second time penalty to be added post-race, and there are more coming in. 3-7-1. Stain Peters also gets an unsportsmanlike driving 3-second time penalty post-race. So Flynn Fitters. Flynn Fitters has now dropped down to the back end of the field and might not be taking any further participation in this race. Martin Herrera has dropped down the order to 26th, the Colombian. So let's see where 3 seconds puts Vic Stevens now 5th. And Radenkovic with the 3-second time penalty will end up probably 8th at this moment. But Tommy van der Stroys is currently the de facto leader. Who would have thought this would have been one to talk about? Van der Stroys ahead of Schoens and Teen. That is effectively your de facto top 3, even though Vic Stevens is now going to have to push over the next 2 laps. And we are now completing lap 18 out of 20. Vic Stevens leads the way. Tommy van der Stroys in second, 1.6 seconds behind. Jori Schoens and Jaden Teen are within that 3-second window. That is crucial of what has transpired. Jaden Teen might want to get past Jori Schoens and Tommy van der Stroys very, very quickly. But he needs to do it calmly, cleanly and fairly. Unfortunately, the move that was done on him by Vic Stevens was judged to be otherwise by race control. Last lap is underway of the race meeting. Vic Stevens leads Tommy van der Stroys, Jori Schoens and Jaden Teen. These 3 are set to become your top 3. Obviously, provisional, pending any sporting and technical checks post-session. Ben Kaminski moves up to 21st ahead of Sim van Vliet. With the final lap underway, it's going to be the run to the line. Well, he's tried his best to pull a gap. Will it be enough? Out of the final corner, very shortly, through the Schumacher chicane, round the final turn. Vic Stevens will take the win on the road. It's a muted celebration, I'm sure. Van der Stroys by 1.9 seconds behind Vic Stevens inherits the senior Rotax final victory here at round 5 ahead of Jori Schoens and Jaden Teen. Vic Stevens will be demoted to 4th place as a result of that. Mateo Radenkovic, who made up, credit where credit is due, 8 places to finish 5th, will be given a 3-second time penalty post-race for advantage by contact. That will drop the youngster to around about 9th, but Tommy van der Stroys will be the provisional senior Rotax winner in the final. Ahead of Jori Schoens, Jaden Teen on adjustment. Vic Stevens will be demoted to P3. P4. Ralph van der Pavet will take 5th ahead of Krik Norden, Benjamin Van Hees and Mateo Radenkovic. Then you've got the likes of Jort van Wijk, Mitch Haynert. They round out the top 10. Kaz Boshouse, Bram Plomp, Mika van der Pavet, Julian Klosman, Enes Demirkaya, who ran out the top 15. Congratulations, Ava Dorrestein, 16th on your senior Rotax final debut here at Chrono Karting. Well done, great job. She finished ahead of Luca Prima, Wout Kirstens, Felipe Falk and Steen Peters. They complete the top 20. Ben Kaminski, Siem van Vliet, Kevin Navis, Dean Winters, Mike Maastricht, Martin Herrera, Max Costa, Rein van der Meer, Gwen Bloxhill, Wesley Eckhart and Dante Sima ran out the 31 that finished. Flynn Fitters retired on lap 15. Jay Zurveld, Enzo van den Dickenberg, Devian Roost and Ruben Verheyen were eliminated earlier in the race.